Act made his first pick.
You've been kidnapped.
Okay.
Although, right now I'm just sad that I don't have internet. I guess when it comes to a game to slideshow, Agricola is not the worst.
Fine.
Chet Chedderson, thank you very much for the subscription.
Does it also mess up the It messes up the verbal too?
No, people have told me that they're able to hear me fine.
Oh, that's great.
Which confuses me, but like I guess I'm probably you probably upload to Twitch as a separate audio and video feed. And I'm guessing the audio one is okay.
Hi, Nick.
Okay.
Hi,
great.
Teresa.
Supper's almost ready.
I've got supper right here.
Uh,
And it's Monday night.
I can't go down here then watch TV.
No, not on Monday night.
I just here to call you for supper.
I've got supper. Thank you.
Sure.
Alright, so let's actually look at this pack now that I've fended off the 3-year-old.
Huzzah!
Ooh. I like that both of these exist.
Yeah, I can't see what's behind your face, but it looks like the 6th pick for both packs looks solid.
Host Steward. Here, it's all off my
Oh.
face, but it's Host Steward and clay deposits under my face.
Gotcha.
So actually good stuff.
Mm-hmm. The pack is not terribly good for occupations. Like, it's obvious which 3 you get back.
Master Shepherd, Fieldsman, and Field Worker.
Yep. Your miners are slightly better, but you're still getting back Spindle, Trough,
Drinking Trough, and something.
and question mark.
And probably
something that's
Granary.
not terrible.
Like, Granary's playable, at least.
Yeah. Granary is playable.
Like, and the fact that we're probably getting Granary bumps Clay Hut Builder, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's something extra to spend clay on for a point, and maybe 3 points.
Yep. You'd also cheat and know that you're going to get past Clay Hut Extension. Who are you passing it to? You're passing it to
Robb.
Robb. Nope. No guarantees. No guarantees he's going to play it. He'll take it. No guarantees he'll play it. So I guess we have to take it.
I
So
mean,
yeah, I take it in Clay Hut Builder, but...
I kind of want a clay deposit, though. Oh, I guess I'm just getting infinite clay that way.
Mm-hmm.
We can always hit someone else's clay deposit if we need to.
Right. Clay Deposit works for you if you've got food. I mean, I also want Fish Trap, but...
Yeah, I want Fish Trap, too. I love Fish Trap, but it's less good 4th. I guess no.
No, it's actually
It
good
gives
for
me
it.
a good thing to start player with 4th.
It does give you a good start player. And look, if you know that the like you're probably gonna get Granary on the wheel, you can go ahead and take the Clay Hut Builder. Although, man, you really want the stupid Clay Hut Extension. So my gut is Clay Hut Extension, Clay Hut Builder.
Like, Host Steward Fish Trap guarantees we get to have a start player action 8th. Eh?
It very much does.
I think I want the Clay Hut extension.
Yep.
And the Clay Hut Builder. Let's do this thing.
Sure.
Yes, the stream went down. Like, my internet cut all the way down to 0 upload. I wish I knew how to fix it.
And you should keep the ping-t's up and see if there's something going on with it. At least to the Twitch.
Well, the thing is, I know it's my internet. Like, I know it's straight up my internet.
Okay.
At least it was last night when we called them. Like,
Oh, okay. So they know it's a problem.
well, so my internet like, my roommate gets the internet through, like, a internet rebundler. So, like, we can call and yell at them, but all they do is, like, eh? Like, it's a discount rebundler service or something.
Gotcha.
I don't like these ox either. Hey, we sit on the constable bomb. I don't like any of this other stuff, and then we can just take a duck pond. Or an alms.
I mean, alms is great.
I don't know how late we're playing Clay Hut Builder. But, I mean, this is a point. I like points.
Yep, but 7 food is also incredible. But it would be the worst if you get 4th pick Ock and you don't take it. So 4 food and a point, or 3 food and a point is probably better than just 6 food.
Like, I think I'd rather take Duck Pond than Goose Pond.
Yep.
Especially if I'm not playing this Ock. Like, getting to 2 is going to be hard enough.
Fair. I mean, I certainly take Constable.
Yeah, I think I'm fine with that. Are we at least back in slideshow mode?
Yes.
Okay. Because it seems like we should be. Like, it says I'm reconnected.
Gotcha.
Just not very fast.
It's a really slow slideshow.
Slow show?
Yeah.
You know, I've rebooted since then, so those things fell down, but, like, they never showed an issue. Like, and even when I was running speed tests yesterday, like, my ping was 19 on the speed test. It just, I have no upload throughput, like, bandwidth. I mean, at least with Agricola, I'll just leave it up. I'm recording, like, I could play the game with people fine, and I'm recording it to upload later, so it's not the end of the world. But I started a new Skaven team today, and then almost got a loss in my 3rd game because my internet went out, like, completely out.
Ugh.
But it went down during inducements, and it turns out, I don't think your timer runs during inducements, it just hangs your opponent.
Wow.
So I came back during inducements, and then we played a game. But I'm pretty sure it was more than 6 minutes. No, I started a Skaven team this afternoon after my Dwarf team died, and got a concession in game 1 after a Minotaur badly hurt himself on a go for it. And then I won 4-2 and 4-1. Because I believe in scoring touchdowns with gutter runners. Alright, new cards. Carpenter, Serf, Smallholder, Animal Handler, Dancer. Oh, that's exciting. Beanfield, Yoke. Animal Feed. Like, I think we certainly just take Forest Pasture or Beanfield because it's a point. It's unclear if we're sitting out the new PoE League guested. Randy is certainly playing, and he's trying to get us into it.
And it really just takes one person to try to get me into it. It's usually how it goes. Although I've really been enjoying Battle Right, and Nick's been really enjoying getting followers on Blood Bowl.
Well, I think my plan is I'm going to stream Blood Bowl every afternoon and then play other things at night. So I could play Path of Exile at night instead of World of Warcraft. Doesn't hurt me at all. I kind of want surf. Surf and Beanfield.
That'll work well with the granary you're gonna get. And we're looking to hit Constable.
Yeah.
Huzzah!
Like, because of Constable, I think I want surf. And, I mean, it's possible we plow a field in round 1. So, we're gonna try it.
Your stream is just now talking about badly hurt. So they're a little bit behind, so I can't even watch you draft, other than you telling me.
Alright, so there's a new pack. The Ox are Patron, Pastor, Church Warden, and Clay Plasterer.
You're gonna hit Church Warden. But we passed on Carpenter. Carpenter might trigger for someone else.
I mean, we passed on Carpenter. There's a Clay Plaster if we really wanted Carpenter minus.
Oh, I just see that you passed on the plow. Whatever it's called. The yoke.
The yoke, yeah.
I really like yoke. But sometimes it doesn't come home. Sometimes it's 4 points.
Yeah, I mean, we saw one plow, but there's a reasonable chance we get that plow back.
Yeah, that's true. Although I think we get the granary, most likely. But there is a chance you get it back.
Like, if John has a plow, I bet he takes granary. Like, if John already has a plow and he has the choice between those two, I think he takes granary and we get the third plow.
That's fair. If someone has a plow, they probably take granary over a... Yeah. Okay, I'm cool with that. Alright, so you're staring at Church Warden and a Patron as the playable things from that pack.
There's also a Clay Plasterer.
Oh.
Like, I don't think I want it, but he's there.
Yeah, no, clay's not going to be an issue.
No, we have too much clay.
We have too much clay.
And we've got no reed helpers, so yeah. I don't think we need Clay Plaster. Like, Church Warden seems fine. Wooden Crane doesn't help our Constable plan at all.
It does not.
But none of these other cards do anything.
But Wooden Crane will help our points plan.
Yeah, I like
maybe
points.
It'll be our own personal 5-point Constable, where we don't have to play Constable.
Yeah. That's a good Constable. Yeah, so it looks like we're going to be looking for getting Reed somehow through Robb, who we gave a fish trap to.
Fish trap 2? Awkward.
Granary came back. Interestingly, so did Manservant. So someone took the sheep guy over the Manservant.
Someone's got Loom, maybe.
I mean, with our Wooden Crane, maybe we hit Manservant in the mid-game. Goes against our plan of clay hut building, but maybe we build a pottery instead.
We might clay hut build and then run. Like, we don't need stone to live out there for a while for us to be able to run to stone.
Yeah.
Especially with all the reedstone food grabs we're doing.
Yeah. And the granary came back, so we just take that. So one of my league games, I got Surf with Beanfield and Acreage, and it didn't do as much as I was hoping it would. I had high hopes, but then it just didn't come home. Alright, so we're probably done talking here, so I'm gonna go back to the other people.
Okay, sounds good. Yep, you got nothing useful left.
Yeah, we saw those packs. There's nothing coming.
Nothing.
Blow up Memphis?
Or Memphis.
Yeah, this Agricola game has gone off the rails.
Agricola, the Civil War.
Hey, John. I see you got updated.
I did, well, maybe. I'm not sure yet. I uninstalled and reinstalled. So maybe technically I got updated.
Or maybe you're
Or
back
maybe-
to the first patch.
Maybe there was never an update in the first place.
Okay.
Ooh, new cards.
I think I misremembered what was in the pack. One of the packs that makes me sad, but not too sad.
On John.
What have I done?
Reed Stone Food.
What I figured you'd do.
So you have an alcohol queued up.
Well, I will be playing an Ock. Queued up? I don't know about queued up. Nothing that I thought was going to come back came back. Things that I did not expect to come back did. What the hell does this mean?
Interesting.
Yeah, interestingly, everything I thought would come back did, so I think we're all on Robb at doing the weird stuff here.
No, like, I mean, I think or Randy's expectations are weird. Certainly, out of my starting pack, 5 of the 6 cards that I thought were coming back did.
Sorry, I have to decide how I'm actually going to play this game.
And like, I don't think I made a crazy choice out of that pack.
So, Rob, I'll say, if you thought 6 cards were coming back from your starting pack, we should talk to you about...
No, 6 cards come back. 3
3
and
and
3
3.
minors, 3 auks.
Oh, in that way. Right.
Yeah.
Sure. Sorry.
Yeah.
Nope, you're right. I'm wrong. I'm the one misunderstanding.
And like, the cards Nick passed me after that certainly weren't relevant.
Sure.
I saw a lot of bad cards this draft.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I guess it's Peace Worker.
Oh, okay.
Seems fair.
Sorry, I'm trying to consider what was Randy's dilemma there.
Randy's dilemma is he hates playing Peace Worker without having a food engine already built. And it's turn 1, so by definition, I don't have a food engine already built.
Peace Worker is a food engine. You Peace Worker, you start player, you go read, stone, then you take BMW. You're done. That's how I Peace Worker.
Yeah, I tried to get a clay oven out of him, but Randy
take 3
just
wood.
shadowed me better. What?
3 wood.
3 wood.
Nick's a good guy who needs more occupations than play.
4 wood. I mean, church warden.
Is your mic still a million miles away, Nick?
No, sorry. 4 wood. Church warden.
Yep. I take 2 wood.
I'll go into my settings.
I can also turn you up or turn up.
See, this is where I'm supposed to play start player.
Yep. That's the plan.
Nothing. There was nothing ever, and it was super frustrating. This is why I was in the tank. I have no start player action here.
Well, sometimes you just got a naked start player.
Or
I
take 2
disagree.
clay.
Or take 2 clay.
I don't think you ever have to naked start player.
You could take 3 clay.
I mean, if I'm taking 2 clay, I might take 3, right?
Sure. That gets you closer to that clay oven.
Then I can just take 2 green.
Yep.
And I'm
Just
sure
gotta find a
Reedstone
stone
food
in
will
there.
fall in your lap.
Well, Reedstone food?
Yeah.
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 Like, it stops becoming valuable later in the game. So, maybe it's later in the game already.
We've already had 1 round. That counts.
Maybe this is like that stupid game last week where everyone had Reed helpers and no one wanted Reedstone food.
I take 2 green.
2 grain.
I've never run this line before. You can take bets on how long it will take me to complain about it. I would definitely take the under on an hour.
Rob, would you like clay or a start player?
I'm probably going to start player. I hate 2 clay. And I don't believe that first player should actually...
First player twice in a row easily?
Yeah.
And he doesn't trust me.
I'm just making sure my...
What is Rob thinking about? If Randy doesn't have fish trap, Rob has to
Man.
have fish trap here. He has to,
How do I feel about naked start player?
unless he's got clay deposits.
I don't know how I feel about it.
I believe someone said that sometimes you just got to do it.
Yeah.
I
mean,
heard
don't
someone say that.
work out, though, so it's not like I get, great, amazing things for doing it.
You get the ability to ever have Reed this game, Rob. Maybe that doesn't appeal to you. There are certainly games where it doesn't appeal to me.
What was Randy's second action?
I took 2
green.
green and whined
Okay.
about the fact that I never saw a decent start player, turn 1 start player, the entire draft. Which is why I tanked on my turn 1
Wait.
piece work.
Which confuses me, because either Rob has a good turn 1 start player action, or you saw one.
Right. That was my thought, but I didn't want to say that.
What the hell did I see?
Well,
Yep.
he saw it. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
We will find out.
I'm not sure I know what you guys are talking about.
I definitely don't know what they're talking about. Not with no resources.
John, did you get a good start play? Oh, not with no resources. Sure.
I played Peace Worker first.
Right. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
Oh, if I taken 3 wood, then I would have been off to the races, but I wouldn't have a Peace Worker.
I think it would have been worth doing.
I tanked. You think that opening's better?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Or I take 2 wood.
I wasn't an
That
option.
might-
I would have snapped off 2 wood.
Sure there is. There's 1 wood, and you pay a food, you get 2 wood.
Oh, seriously?
Tempo.
2 grain's pretty good too. I mean, it's just a different direction.
I just spilled soy sauce.
I am intrigued
okay,
to
I've
find
never
out.
gone. Okay. So, yep, I'll start player. And I will play a potato dipper.
Dip, dip, dip.
Dib, dib, dib. I hope I get potatoes.
Interesting. You would have opened 3 wood in my seat, Shadow, and Nick both.
If you have nothing else to start player with, I probably would have.
Intriguing.
I'm okay with the direction you went. Like, you don't have to rush it. Like, you'll get there. But you also could have just taken 2 reed there as your second action.
Is that good?
Followed by our read stone.
Like I just
No, I
plow
don't
a
have
field.
start player.
You'll eventually start player.
Or eventually someone will let it for you. Nick is plowing a field.
Plow a
Wait,
field.
what?
2
Nick
points.
plowed a field.
Can you guys not hear me?
Read.
I plowed a field.
It's gonna go well with that first turn rancher.
Hello? I plowed a field.
Yeah, we
Yes.
heard you.
Okay.
It's back to you, Nick.
Oh, I don't plow another field.
You should. You really should.
I take reedstone food.
Damn it. No, I had no expectation of that. I will bring down the magician.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
No.
No?
Oh.
So now that I have 2 grain, there's this 4 clay square staring at me.
It's a very good square for 2 grain.
Yeah, enjoy.
It is.
This is the sort of line that gets somebody to take major minor for corn sheaf with grain open.
Wow.
Good old Major Minor corn sheaf. How else does one get a grain? Turn 4.
With start player open, how else would one do it?
How else would one?
Yeah, with start player and 1 grain both available.
How bizarre. I mean, I like wood, but I actually think I somehow backed myself into a corner where I need 4 clay. Is that crazy?
I mean, if you get a food
I
engine up
abstain.
what?
He said I abstained from answering that question.
I mean, getting a food engine up and running with your piece worker makes all the later wood squares better, right?
That's what I'm thinking. Feels really weird.
I guess my question would be, do you have a start player action that uses that clay?
Let's say no.
Then you might want to think about naked start player ring
I-
if it doesn't get around.
I'm wondering how you ever get the stone you need, but
It doesn't have to happen soon.
Apparently, just play in Division 1 of the Meeple League. No one takes Reedstone food there. I don't know what happened.
It's true. True story.
What?
Reedstone food floats. It's fucking bizarre.
Like floats how late in the game?
No, like, on the first 4 turns, I've gotten it 3rd, 7th, 4th. Like,
Like were there just a billion read helpers? Because I see that.
no.
Did people have plans?
No, I'm guessing people had plans.
Like was there a field watchman in the game? Because that helps free it up.
I'm just saying, in all of my games, Reedstone Food was not hotly contested.
Well, apparently I should try to make it Div 1 where it gets
I've never
easier.
played in Div 1, so I can't.
This
was
is the
dispute
first
this.
season it's been true.
Yeah.
This season, it's just this season.
I'm
I
stuck
took
in
four
Div 2
clay.
with Rob.
I took 3 wood, yeah. And they can't advance this season because I'm going to beat him out.
We're gonna make each other not advance,
Oh,
just
so we
like
can keep
always.
playing with each other. That's good. I took 3 wood, Nick.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, no worries. Just
I think I'm playing an Auk. And I think that Auk is going to be the Surf. But
Yeah!
it's gonna go down surfing.
this is exciting.
Surfing free grain. Nice.
As far as I can tell, all 3 of you are in some sort of grain fight. And I am, for once, not part of it yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump into that grain fight. I'm gonna take 3 food and a grain. Yours, Randy.
You don't have to start player here, Randy. You don't have a good action for it. Might as well just take 2 food. It's like 2 free resources.
Or 2 wood.
2 wood.
You can start player with it later.
Yeah.
I would take 3 wood, but yeah.
Yeah, take 3 wood. Honestly, that might be, well, I mean, the risk you run is that, yeah, I think you actually have to start player here, even if naked.
Wait, what? I don't understand that at all.
Well, okay, so here's his risk. What happens if Major Minor jumps out on round 4? Does he really want to have round 4 be take Reedstone Food, then hope that Major Minor comes back around to him for the clay oven?
I mean,
Hope
if Major
that
Minor also
neither
comes out
John
on
or
round
I
4
took 3 clay? There are
Right.
people with grain and a stone sitting around. I mean, I don't have the grain yet, but I've been known
I'd
to take
rather
it.
Randy didn't start player here, but I don't know.
take
Maybe
3
I'm
wood.
all right. Maybe I'm just full of bad advice.
No, but I have cards in my hand that you don't know about.
That is also true.
Well, this spot says Reedstone Food, and I like those things,
You don't need those things.
so I'm in.
Those are supposed to be my things, Rob. My things. I'll take 3 wood.
I will also take 3 wood.
So I like that Rob is the only one set up to build a room at this point.
I play a stone cutter.
Now that's a thing.
Yes, that is certainly a thing.
Yeah, this line feels kind of awkward. I mean, the stone cutter is the reason I went this way instead of opening with wood over pieceworker. I don't know if stone cutter's enough to make this right, but
I mean, you're in a great position to grab that first clay oven. You're in a great position to grab now all of the guild, any of the guilds, all of which are food for you and easy to get because you've got the pieceworker. I think that's an extremely strong combo you've got in front of you.
Yep. I mean, I would be legitimately worried about Major Minor for Corn Sheaf, but... but that ship is kind of out of your control.
Yep.
I'll take 3 food.
I will start player with a duck pond.
I like it. I will major, or, no wait, what am I doing? That's not right.
No, that's what you do it to start next round, John. You major minor.
Oh crap!
Nick's setting you up.
Nick is setting me up the bomb. Holy shit. Yeah, I think I gotta take the bomb. Do I?
I mean, Nick is setting himself up second room and feeding, but
Right. So John, you have two different directions to go. You take the 3 clay and you scoop it, or you say screw it. I take 1 reed and I build first room.
Oh, he gave you dibs over Rob on rooms, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is awkward for Nick.
Which is
Yeah.
awkward for Nick.
Nick needs 1 reed. Nick has to do this. This is a reed and 2 food. Nick needs a
Right,
reed and
Shadow,
2 food.
can I pull you into a
can.
room?
You can.
Okay.
I guess I'm surprised you didn't build a room here, Rob.
So I looked at this, and I'm like, the only line where this happens is the line where John has to choose between room building and getting an oven.
All right. Yep. I will go ahead and scoop up 3 clay.
And I put John on the oven.
Yeah, that's fair. If I were him, I'd do it just because of how bad it hurts Randy, but...
Well, yeah, certainly if it was you and John reversed, you're 100% oven. Like,
So you would like to be mortal enemies, John? That's what you're saying?
I am okay being mortal enemies with the guy to my left.
I mean, to be fair, he's a magician taking an oven. This is not...
I know. I'm just trying to figure out whether to play dancer here. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to dance on him for the rest of the game.
Go ahead. I mean, I am fine with magician grabbing 2 food and a grain.
Yeah. He's especially fine with it because he's gonna have an oven. So he doesn't need as much grain.
Right, but Randy needs food, so a dancer is not the worst thing in the world anyway.
Oh yeah,
Not at all.
I'm not going to be surprised if he does it. I just don't think it hurts John.
Well, it certainly doesn't make me happy, but yeah.
Was there anything I could do about this?
you could start player in turn 1 and then take Reedstone food, and then other people don't have the stone.
Yeah. You could have start playered instead of bringing the occupation. The occupation looks like it still would have come back to you.
Yeah, this round.
Well, yeah.
Interesting. That's
Yeah.
a good answer. I could have opened with. I just
Yeah, with that card.
that I could get this destroyed. I should have opened with start player, huh?
Yeah.
And then I would have gotten Stonecutter with my second action.
Yeah.
Wow. And instead, I'm done. Like this whole opening is.
No, I mean, you dance. You were going to dance eventually.
Like,
No, it
it also
wasn't.
means that like you're gonna end up building the stone oven probably.
Right, but now I have to play dancer and dance just to get through this harvest, instead of using those actions productively.
Well, the other thing to do is just grab day labor. You've got two grain. You eat the 2 grain and the day labor. It just means your first round action, second action was 1 food.
Oh god, I can't even play dancer without eating
Without
both
eating a
my
grain.
grain.
Yeah.
I have to eat both grain.
Oh, oh. 'cause you
Oh,
took it
right,
off
because you've got, yeah.
Wow.
because you boxed yourself out of the ox spot.
Well, then, I mean, you're still in a decent position. So, I would day labor here. Plan on start playering next turn to drop down the.
For all we know,
fireplace,
John has
and there will be
a
4
reed
sheep
helper
on
still
the
in his
board at
hand
that point.
guested.
And then
But-
you've got your food for Peace Worker, and you can sort the rest out.
I would consider flipping the table, if that's.
Oh,
an
I'm
option.
done. I would walk away. If this is a real, yeah, I'm done. I would rather concede than do any of these things. I guess I have to take day labor.
No, I think what John did was definitely right. I think 3 clay was definitely right for him.
Yeah, the ox square had never circled in any of the previous rounds. I was more worried about losing the ability to play the stonecutter than I was. It basically has to be Nick start players, John 3 clays, and opens with an oven. But those are all.
I mean, it doesn't
Those
have
are
to
all
be
good
that.
moves.
It's also possible that I could have just grabbed 3 play. No, I guess then you can start player, right?
I was planning to start player, absolutely, all day.
Yeah.
Sorry, I take Reedstone food. My internet's slow, so it's just taking me a while to actually get this action through.
Gotcha.
I'm not thinking.
Yeah, I only get destroyed if one of you start players into another one of you taking 3 clay and opening oven.
Oh, we don't even have to open up.
Or anything that we want to play on major minor.
Right.
Oh, sure. That's
But
fair.
yeah, but I mean, I could have taken. I mean, technically, I could have taken 3 clay there and started with, or done a
Fireplace,
fireplace. That's what they're called. Yeah.
That's fair.
which isn't a crazy play either.
With that
Nope.
many sheep lying around.
No, I should have opened with start player. Definitely should have opened with start player.
It was on you, sir.
I know.
See, I don't know that I like giving up. Like, in games where a lot of people are trying to bake, I think the clay oven is incredibly valuable. Possibly more so than first room. And there's a player in this game who is not set up to grow. Like, John doesn't have to fight, and he's easy third room. And if growth flips in 7 and he's been fighting to be first grow, it's bad. It's bad for him.
Sorry, I have no idea how to get myself out of this mess.
I'm telling you, Randy, I don't think you're in that much of a mess. Like I said, just you can build a fireplace next to it.
Yeah, like, even if this turn for you is just 4 wood to read, you eat your grain, and then you've still got room parts, you've still got a really good engine. It's just not immediately fueled.
This is every experience I've ever had with piecework. I'm always just in agony.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way, which is why I wouldn't have played him on round 1.
Yeah, I really thought Stonecutter made it viable, but obviously opening 3 wood would have worked out dramatically better.
I mean, if improvement doesn't flip in 4, your line is still good. Like, your line's only
Yeah.
bad 25... Well, you know it's potentially bad at that point, but... Like, on round 1, it was still 66% that you almost certainly get the oven and are off to the races.
Yeah, I agree. And I should have opened start player. I ran the wrong risk at the, on my first action of green, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Like, even if we'd taken all of the ox, you could have still built a fireplace to start 4. With
Sure.
3 sheep.
That's a good point. Yeah, I definitely ran the wrong risk. Alright, but we're here now. I'm fed if I'm willing to eat my grain. So I should take resources. But I can take an extra resource if I'm willing to take a food action with my second action. But none of the food actions are any good. So that doesn't seem worth it.
You basically can get like a wood and a grain off day labor. If you take 5 wood and then day labor.
I think I'm just supposed to take the 2 reed. I take 2 reed.
Seems fair.
I will build a room.
I'll take 4 wood.
I will take 3 wood.
Great. Left me the stupid clay, huh?
And for anyone who's recently joined, I apologize for the slideshow nature of today's stream. My cable provider claims that they're doing repairs in the area, and they do those at night. So the hope is that that's what's causing
taking
this,
4 clay
and it'll get
means
better
that no one's going to build
soon.
a fireplace before you.
Fingers
Yep.
crossed.
Or you take 2 food and save the grain.
Right. Effectively, I can take a 2 green action, or I can take a 5 clay action.
Yep.
Nick seems like he's probably going to open with a room.
Nope. Nick doesn't have to open with the room. No one else has room parts.
True story.
Interesting.
Nick might open with start player.
Yeah, he might open with star player. Once I take it here. I take 4 clay.
I put you on star player for that action, Randy.
Yeah, it would have been good.
Like, the other thing about you eating your 2 grain is you're going to be left with 0 food next round.
Yeah, I think establishing fish trap there
Good point.
would have been good for Randy.
I'm not really capable of rational thought anymore, so
Okay.
I don't expect to make any good plays.
I am the patron.
So why would I not start player there?
I have lunched.
I don't know.
I should totally start player there.
I've also lunched.
Yeah, like if he start players there, he can readstone food, which gets in the BMW, and then he's off to the races with the second.
1 stone.
Stone flipped, eh? Okay. Reedstone food.
Nick's okay with slipping.
I mean, he doesn't have a billion start player actions he wants to take.
These things are true.
Or he wants to build 2 rooms.
Yeah. Or I don't even need to build rooms this round if I keep you guys off Reed.
Yep.
Well, I guess
Do you
Randy
want to take a
needs
1
be
read
kept off
action,
wood.
John? I guess Randy might get a 2 wood action.
My money's on Randy's building a fireplace and getting some sheep this round.
It's possible. It's possible.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that. Well, I guess you're letting Rob, so you're only slipping 1.
Yeah,
Right. He's,
I'm really happy if Rob has to start player in 5 and 6 so that I grow second.
yeah.
And
These are all fair points.
we've been playing this game of chicken the last few weeks, and sometimes Rob doesn't even start player in this spot. So
I will take 3 wood.
I'll build a fireplace.
I am the house steward. Because, that's 2 points. 3 points for me. I'm winning the house game.
Nice.
how bad is 1 read? How do I get screwed if I take 1 read? Okay, there are a lot of ways I get screwed if I take 1 read. Like, John could start player with a read exchange. John could start player and Randy could take wood.
John could start player with a ladder.
Randy could start player with some lumber. Like, there's all sorts of ways this goes wrong. So I think I just build a room. But because the fireplace got built, I don't think I build staples. Yeah, one room, no stables.
I am the brushwood collector.
Oh, there we go. There we got it.
I'm just gonna eat the sheep.
Oh, Randy, why do you hate me?
What did I do?
He wanted you to
failed
start player.
a billion times in a row.
I mean, he just got a lot of food.
Sure,
Yeah, but he
but
could
no
have
one
start
else was
player for 2 more food.
right. No one else was taking his sheep, right?
That's what I thought in my Division 2 Meeple League game.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Well, Rob was the only person on deck to take that sheep.
Well, I mean, the other thing is that I think I probably should start player here. Okay, so if I don't start player, family growth flips. I'm fine.
But why are you fine?
I grow second.
Maybe,
You'll have
or
to
I
take a start player action.
or
No,
I
if,
start.
if you start player, I can stable block.
That's fair.
But it's still gonna cost you an action to go second. Either
Sure.
a start player action or a stable block.
I guess I don't have a great action that isn't start player here. So I should just start player.
I hope you have a great action when you start player in 6. Half of the
Yeah.
time.
Me too. Hate this game of start player. Why can't it ever just flip in 5 for me?
It's the best feeling in the world. Start player immediately. Start player is the next action you take. Next
Yeah.
action in the game.
But like if I don't, and then you're just start player, your first action is going to be start player if it doesn't flip.
Yep, because that's 100% for me.
And then John builds rooms.
Yep.
Yep.
And then Randy gets room parts.
Yep. Oh, I'm not saying you're not screwed.
So am I just screwed either way if it flips in 7? Maybe I'm just screwed either way if it flips in 7.
You are certainly screwed either way if it flips in 7. It's just which path do you want to be screwed on more?
I guess I'm playing for it flipping in 6. I guess you're right. Given that it's flipping in 6, where do I want to be with life?
Like, I still need food. Like, I need a food plan, too, and...
Driftwood collector. Why, John? Why?
Brushwood collector, thank you.
Whatever. It's basically driftwood.
Drifting through the sea of the forest.
Da, da, da.
I might open with 4 food next round, actually. If Robb's start players, I might just take 4 food.
Okay.
Because I don't need to start player as my first action. If growth flips in 6, Robb grows as his first action. I don't need to start player because I could stable block of John's start players.
Screw it. I take. Ugh. There's no line that I like.
This game will not be over at 8:30. Turns out.
No. We'll be lucky if it's over at 10:30. Holy cow.
There's no line that is good. So I should start player.
This is game 1, Blessed
It's
Exchequer.
flipping in 6. I've got a spindle. It flipped in 6. I've got family growth. No minor.
I told you, dude. Jeez.
Yeah.
Alright, so if I don't start player now, I should get a chance to start player next. Assert. How does it go wrong? Oh, whatever. There are too many spaces I'm happy to take on the wheel. I will start player with this. I've got a wooden crane.
I will grab 4 wood.
We may be back. I apologize once again for the horrible stream conditions.
Read Stone.
That's the space I was considering taking instead. Reedstone food. I needed that or 4 food. But I figure one of them comes back around.
There's a 4 food action here. It's probably good.
Like 5 food and a grain.
I know, you're 5 food and a grain. You had such hopes.
I did.
I know.
If only someone had played Dancer, that would be at like 1 or 2 food, and it would just be yours, John, whenever you wanted.
Yep.
Come on, Rob, don't be mean to poor John. You don't need that 4 food.
I guess I need to take a food action. Or maybe I should just play occupations. Those are food actions.
Are you a perpetual student now, Rob?
No, I'm a patron.
Well, you could be both. Then it would be a food action. As
Yeah.
opposed to an...
I'll take 4 food. I guess.
Turns out I should have done that instead of start clearing.
There's still 3 food.
3's not nearly enough.
3 is not nearly enough.
I'm gonna major minor out the well.
Yeah, there you go. That's 5 food.
Eventually.
Oh, that's not good enough. That's not enough food. Hold on. I thought I had 1 more food coming from my pond, but I
Your
don't.
duck ponds.
1 food next turn is not enough. Hold on, undo. The well's back.
Good to know.
The well
No well.
is back.
No well.
I'm gonna take 4 clay.
Room, no stables.
What did you wind up doing, Nick?
I took 4 clay. I put the well back and took 4 clay.
Put the well back and took 4 clay.
How would you like a well, Randy?
It's on the list. There's a lot of wood available, so. I mean, I have some desire for wood.
You only built 1 room, John?
Yeah, I was
What?
surprised by that too.
Interesting.
Wood has a variety of uses, not all of which are rooms.
Whoa, whoa,
I-
whoa.
True, but there's a house steward and a church warden already in play.
Points. Whatever.
That's the spirit.
So I have this pastor in my hand. It seems like I should just play it, right? Like, there's all these other good squares, but
But they will be bigger squares next turn.
pastor is just a really good action. Alright, I play the pastor.
Oh, look at all these good squares.
I know, right?
How bad is it if I don't grow? How bad is it?
Oh, John grows.
John grows. Agreed.
On the assumption you take 6 wood instead of 3 stone. Well, maybe I
No.
take 3 stone.
6 wood. Neither of those are the things I'm thinking of, but
So it is
13
possible that
food?
it's possible it comes back to you if 6 wood or 3 stone or 3 reed. Well, I don't really care about 3 reed. But if you leave something good enough on the table, it is possible it comes back to you.
This man's got to eat is the problem. So there's all these great
Yeah.
spaces, and this man wants a good space and food, and that means there's no time for growing. And like, if someone fishes for 4, then I don't know how I feed if I
You
grow
day
first.
laborer.
You day labor by pottery.
Yeah, but I think I might be happier if I fish for 4 and get, say, 6 wood instead of that. Instead of growing. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I really should have taken the 4 food last round. No, fine. Family growth. With bean field. I family growth with stupid bean field. Mistakes have been made.
Not by me. 6 wood. Yoink.
Not by me, 6 wood. Well said, sir.
Leaving 3 stone for the stone cutter.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Hey, how do you feel about that stone oven now?
I wish I had grain.
Fair.
I guess I'm supposed to take the 3 wood? I mean, the 3 stone?
3 wood feels wrong.
Not 3 wood.
It feels illegal.
it's
Oh no,
illegal.
it's 2 wood with a food paid by the people.
Yes, 2 wood pick of food.
That
Legal
feels
but
so wrong, Randy. Oh, you don't even know.
I guess I take 3 stone? I like the way only one of you has stone. But I have so much stone already.
I'd be sure you can find something to do with it.
Fine. 3 stone.
See, I wasn't sure I could find something to do with it. That's why I didn't take 4 stone last turn.
3 reed.
Fishing for 4.
Jackpot.
We got there.
Reed stone.
Interesting. So the question I'm asking myself is, why does John actually want Reed as the brushwood collector? And my initial reaction is Mansion. He wants Reed for Mansion. Like when I see someone with a Reed helper taking Reedstone food fairly aggressively, like he could take 4 wood instead. That tells me he either needs Reed for a miner, or he desperately wants stone.
I think this is run out well.
You don't need to do that.
I think I do. Seems good for Rob, so far as I can tell.
Yay, I'm Rob.
Oh, is that what happens? If I go Reno well... You can cut line, can't you?
It's hard for me to...
Why? You go wood, room.
Yeah.
Right,
And
find out
then-
what room I'm in.
I think so.
Haha, I can cut line. That's
all.
good for me.
Line. Build a room.
Wait, now I can't... Oh.
I think that's especially important to do because I think there's a reasonable chance John recuts if Rob cuts.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
could definitely fall apart. This also upgrades my first action next round.
Also, if you didn't do it now, John's first action last round could also be to cut.
That's what Nick said.
No, like, even if I don't cut, John can.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Like, I'm not sure I wanted to cut, but... John certainly has 15 wood and 2 reed. I don't know what he's doing.
Neither does John. I mean, I've got a plan.
This whole game turned on the opening action of round 3. I needed to... If I start player there, Jesus Christ, I'm in such better shape.
I am the carpenter.
Oh yeah, someone's got.
I took 4 wood first, and then I carpentered.
Not fair. Here's Nick.
I didn't really want to cut before carpentering, which means I'm not really cutting.
Fair.
Chop,
I do
chop.
want more rooms, though.
I have fed. Here's Randy.
Good.
Lunched.
I kept start player?
You did?
Yep.
Oh,
Turns out the board was pretty juiced.
good for me.
There were 7 actions, and 3 of them needed to be related to... No, I guess not 3. Only 2.
I'm gonna run a well. The well is off the table, this time for reals.
The thing to do is Red well. That's...
Yeah, run a well.
I will grab 4 wood, because you always need more wood.
Interesting.
Really?
Didn't you want a family grow?
Don't I? Oh shit! Randy could family grow, couldn't he? Well, my game's over. Here's Randy. That was stupid. Oh well. I forgot Randy built a room.
Yep.
Jump
Yeah,
in there, sir.
With a fish trap.
There's the fish trap.
Better late than never.
No, not really. I mean, I guess. Yeah, that's the turn 1 we were all talking about, John. I could have opened 3 wood into start player fish trap, and then Reedstone fooded with 2 food but no piece worker.
Oh sure.
No, you get no extra stuff, but you get the food, so you'll turn it into stuff eventually.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep, that all makes sense now.
It would, but if I open round 3 with start player fish trap, it's just I think I get the best of both worlds. I get to open with, assuming Stonecutter comes back, I get to open 4 with the clay oven, and if it doesn't, then I open with fireblade. Yep. So I still don't know which line was better. All I know is I butchered this direction.
The line was better in the universe that you played it perfectly.
This line was better if I played it right.
With the way that it all worked out, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
if you just start player there, it's just so good for you.
If I open 3 with start player, yeah, this line's great. If I open start player, yeah, I think this line was better, but I had to open start player. All right.
I'll take 3 wood.
If I don't have Stonecutter, then I should have just wood into fish trap, right? But given that given that I have Stonecutter to pair with Peace Worker, the grain line just seems really hard to freeze out. Like, I have to fuck something up to get frozen out. And Major Minor has to show up.
Here's Nick.
5 clay.
All right, I'll start player with this axe.
Jeez.
Which explains
So
why he
many
only built one room.
rooms.
But better late than never.
Yep.
I think you might find a way to hit Village Elder with Axe and Brushwood Collector.
Wait, Village Elder? I thought it was House Steward, Church Ward.
Oh yeah, sorry, House Steward, yeah. Not Village
You
Elder.
might find a way up.
He might get the most rooms, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I wish there was a Village Elder. The part sounds great. So now what the hell is... No one ever wants me to Reto. Nick and I have finally resolved the well.
Yeah. That poor well. It was like, I'm gonna get bought, oh. I'm gonna get bought, oh.
Well, I think I have to Major Minor for a guild.
About time, one might say.
Oh yeah, I haven't had the actions. Like, I threw away so many actions by butchering the opening that here we are. I guess it's BMW. Sure, Major Minor BMW.
Um. I guess I want to read stone food.
You probably go through with this.
I screwed this.
It screws me bad. I should have done that first. I wasn't. The
I
clay
think
wasn't
Nick's the
necessary.
only person who hasn't said that at this point yet.
Oh, I sure screwed up. I should have taken
Oh.
4 food instead of start playing in 6 or whenever it was. So that I don't have to waste my turn on the good board taking 4 food.
Yeah, okay. I read stone food.
Final answer?
Well, no.
Feels like
I
there are other
guess
things
the
you want
answer
to do.
is right. That's my other option here, and it feels super sketchy. Does it feel super sketchy? Yeah, it does, because Nick's a jerk.
What?
You heard me, Nick.
You're gonna have to fill me in on how I screw you, because I'll do it.
I know you will! And if I do my third line, it basically telegraphs how you screw me. So you'll do it.
Only if it's good for me. I mean, or really bad for you.
I mean, it's like mediocre for you and mediocre bad for me. Yeah, Reedstone food. Final answer.
This is where I wish we could collude, because I wanted Reedstone food. You could have done whatever you wanted.
My other line involved playing the Forester, so...
Oh, I mean, I might be sewing here.
Right, like this is the thing. Like, if I play the Forester, I want to take a sew action probably at some point. I probably don't actually get to use the Forester, so it's basically like I'm taking a one food action. Which felt bad.
I mean, my other line is actually to play an Ox, so I'm happy you didn't play an Ox. So I'll pay one food for my clay hut builder.
Sure.
Let's clay it up, yo!
I will build rooms.
Yeah, I assumed you were building rooms, but...
Yeah.
I guess you really didn't need to do that with your first action.
Nope.
I was unlikely to be stable blocking.
That was my analysis. Do I want stables? Maybe. No. Let's be real. No.
Alright, I will get it out of the way then. This time I will family growth.
Oh, whoa. Why you like Randy so much more than me, John?
Because I'm a bad player. Family growth with this wooden strong box.
Wooden strongbox, that's a, You're gonna get 6 rooms, John.
It might happen, I don't know. We'll see. A lot could go south before then.
I think this is Reedstone food, reed. But not a bonus stone.
I feel like you have all the bonus stone you need.
I agree. Yep.
I guess 6 clays. Ugh, like, is that even a good action?
It is.
The answer is no, which is why I didn't like Randy's line to start, because he took clay, and that makes his line bad.
Yeah.
Clay is bad.
You conceded that my line was right. Well, the version of my line that I didn't take anyway.
Screw it, I'm taking 3 wood. I don't want that.
Also, the guild stash is still all numbers. And apparently I was up later than I realized last night, so my character is level 6.
I'm gonna build a cooking hearth. That's what I'm doing with all this clay.
I will breathe a sigh of relief and take 4 grain.
Magician, that's why you didn't grow. Turn on. Yeah, nice.
Oh yeah. No. If I had grown last turn, I could have followed up with Magician and it would be just fine. Nope, I'm an idiot.
I liked it better when I was the only one who could eat animals. It doesn't suck to be able to eat everything else. So this is a harvest. No one can reno. Except me.
Correct.
And
You can
no one
reno,
build
no
the
one else
pottery.
can.
And no one else can build the pottery except me.
Not
These
without
things are all-
resource grabs, yeah.
And if I eat a reed and a clay, I'm fed. But 4 sheep is so better than clay. Oh, more extra that direction? No. If I take 6 clay, I'll have 14 of it. Reno is at 11, and there's 4 harvests left, so I do not have to spend it on anything else.
So I think I've
Yeah,
really
I think
butchered
6
the
clay
last
is
couple
better
turns.
than 8.
If Randy
I'm not
doesn't
gonna
take
do
my
that.
sheep, then it's okay. But if he takes the sheep, I think I've really butchered my line.
6 clay.
Cool.
And Rob really wanted that 6 clay. It's like Randy had to choose which one of us he wanted to punch. And even though I'm currently winning, I think
guess
I'm the
I
one to not punch. As the current board sits anyway.
Wow. Oof. This board got unexciting again. Outfield. That. Let's. Okay, field. I'm in. Screw it. No, like, Outfield's no good either.
Yeah,
Oh.
who needs points?
Right.
And a place to sow things when you play your forester.
I'm not playing it. It was then or never. I mean, I could play it now, I guess, and try the same thing, because you're maybe less likely to sow in this stage. But... two stone.
I take 4 sheep.
Yeah, I screwed up.
Oh man, I screwed up real bad, but the sheep floating through is good.
Oh, could I have destroyed you with the sheep grab? Didn't look like you were that dumb.
I needed 4 food with my next 2 actions.
Fair enough. Maybe I'm supposed to screw you.
I mean, he would have done it to you.
No, I
You
don't know
went
that I
over this
would have,
earlier.
because Randy had the choice as his action there to screw one of Rob or I. And I think I probably pick Rob, because I think Rob's in a better spot. Like, I think the
No
6
problem.
clay really hurts Rob.
Oh. I take day labor.
And I have several 3 food actions, so I'm not blown out by losing the sheep. It's just
Sure.
bad.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was a blow you out scenario. Like, you said you wanted the 4 sheep, and I thought about it, and I thought I could do better.
Like, the cooking hearth also turned on veggies as being food for me.
Ah,
And
fair.
I got a bean field and a surf, so, like, it might be time to get that rolling.
Oh, that's what I was supposed to do with my action that I had no idea what to do with. Ended up punting. Oh well.
But it's on Nick to feed?
No, Nick's thinking what he's doing with his last action. It might be so. It's probably so. I lied. It's 2 read. I have not sown. My takes me about a minute to refresh the page, but on John to feed.
I
So
have
I
fed.
could have got away with my bad forester plan. Damn it.
I almost sowed there, Rob. If you play a forester, that ups the odds I sow instead of taking 2 read.
Right, but you might, like, given that your first action was cooking hearth and your second action was 4 sheep, I probably can get away with sow action in that area.
Oh yeah, oh for sure. I had things to do. I've lunched.
I will go ahead and build my 3 rooms.
Dun dun dun.
I hold out the hope of renowing, so I think I'll stick onto the 2 reed right now. Yes, where do I have 1 more for fences? That seems too.
You don't need the reed for renovations. You can use the wood there as well.
At a worse ratio, though.
Yeah, but they're 1 for 1 rather than if I hold on to the 2 reed, I can reno twice. And I'm sure I'll get 6 stone on this board. And
Right.
6 plank.
Right.
I take 4 wood.
I will family growth. Minor improvement of. Alright, what's the word look like? Like that. Family growth. Minor improvement of this goose pond.
Start player clay hut extension.
Ha!
Aww.
Ha! Ha!
Well, so much for church warden for me.
I think you might still get Church Warden.
I seriously doubt it. There are going to be 3 actions, 3 rounds left to get 3 growths. You're going to get 1. Rob's going to get 1. I might get 1, or Rob might get. Well,
I mean,
Rob might get a
if you're-
second, but
If you're willing to start player in round 11 to grow with room in 12, then you definitely get 1. That can't be stopped.
Yeah, I go to 4 people in 11, you go to 4 people in 12, and then there's a family growth without room that might flip in 12 or 13. Like, if it flips in 12, I think you hit it.
yeah, that's fair.
If it flips in 12, yeah. It's rough, though.
We'll see.
I think it's pretty easy. If he start players in 11 and then grows without room in 12, then Rob will take growth with room in 12, and I'll start player.
And then he gets growth with room in 13.
Yeah.
Assuming no one else jumps back in there.
Yeah, assuming.
I mean, that is an assumption for sure.
All right, then. What am I actually doing? I will not leave anything on the table. I will take 3 wood. Here's Randy.
I think this is Reedstone. Reedstone food.
I've got 3 wood.
I've got a vegetable. I didn't get enough wood this game to hit Constable, I don't think. I needed to be in a position where I could have... Like, I think... If I take 4 food here instead of start playering, then I could start player here, most likely, into 6 wood. Or at the very least 4 wood. Like, family growth 4 wood.
I have a field. Here's Randy.
I have 2 grain. I remember when I used to have 2 grain. It was great.
Now you've got it again.
I've got it again. It only took me 8 turns to get back where I started.
But now you've got more people. A lot more clay.
I do have a lot more clay. That'll be very useful for buying that clay oven.
I've got a major minor, which I think is going to be this clay deposits.
Ooh.
Cute.
Do I want 5 clay?
Turns out I didn't care too much about the 6 clay.
I'm going to sow. Get this grain and this vegetable into the ground. Have some semblance of a food engine.
Back to you, Nick.
Once the site refreshes, I will family growth. With a granary. This is the final turn for granary. Yeah. I mean, I don't need the grain anymore because I sowed, but it's also a point. And a way to spend clay since I missed out on the pottery.
I will start player with this bread paddle.
It's more of a whip sound than a paddling.
Interesting. I think I'm gonna go. Oh, right. That's the bad. Damn it. What did I do? Right. I think I just major minor for stone oven here,
Interesting.
taking one of my 2 grain. Yep. That is my line.
I will grab 4 food.
I will grab Both of those are probably fine. I'm gonna take 3 wood. Let's get some fences back on the table. We need more than 2 wood if that's ever happening.
I was gonna take 3 wood, except then I went to pay for a 4th wood and realized I didn't have any because I'd spent it on a grain.
I will bring out the clay plasterer.
Why did you only bake 1 bread?
I mean,
Yeah, I'm a
I'm
bit
gonna sell it
confused.
eventually. You think I'm just supposed to go back there?
I mean, why not? Like, it's
'Cause I
effectively.
thought I might be selling soon.
Okay.
Plowing a field this action.
Okay. If you're playing a field this action, then... What did John just
Right,
do?
I mean, honestly, there was a fork where if I go down the wood fences, then maybe I would regret it, but I thought...
So
I was-
the sow action for 1 grain generates 2 more grain. Just going to the grain space as the peace worker generates 2 grain. I guess it costs a food though.
Right. I might
Yeah.
have messed it up.
Clay plaster. That means John doesn't need 6 clay at all.
That is correct, sir.
Ho ho!
And now he can build rooms out of 3 clay and a wood instead of out of 3 wood. Maybe that's better.
Um. That's not actually a good move. Okay.
No fences after all?
No, I was looking at it, but it's not quite good.
But 7 animals on the board to pick up's not good enough?
It does feel like it should be good enough, doesn't it? Man.
I'm sure Rob has other ways to get 3 food this turn.
Does he have any way of getting 3 food?
That's the reason I don't think I can fence.
Ah.
It's too awkward for me to get 3 food if I do. Like, I spend an action fencing and I spend an action picking up animals. Suddenly I'm begging.
Oh, yeah, that's probably not what you want to do.
Like, maybe it's right. Like, I think that I've put myself in enough of a hole with my food that maybe I'm supposed to say, screw it, beg. Just to get some animals on board.
I do like me some begging cards, but... I like it when it lets me cut in line in the growth queue.
Right, not lets me set up some sort of point
Not
slash
durdle
food
3
engine.
points worth of food, or 3 points worth of animals.
Right. But, like, I feel like I'm in a hole, so I don't actually know how to dig out of it.
And Randy already took improvement this turn.
Yeah.
What did I do that was accidentally good?
You major minor, so he doesn't even have the line of take 5 clay, build a cooking hearth.
Right.
Eat whatever animals we leave on the board for him.
Right. Like, that line would certainly be great.
Like, he also can't build a backdoor joinery or anything either, because you're in the major minor space.
I can take 5 clay, rent joinery.
If Randy doesn't ren after you take 5 clay.
Right, I guess Randy can ren. Like... And it's not actually crazy, like, it's not a crazy line for him to take either. So...
No, it's not. He can also ren your joinery.
Yep. So, like, this is why my way here is rough. And I'm looking at taking Reedstone food and then taking a 2 food action, meaning that, like, I spent this entire round grabbing food?
Right, but that still makes day labor is 6 points there. That's better than your animals.
So if I take fences, animals, and then day laborer, I lose 3 points on the begging, but I get some animals? I don't know. How much the animals help later? Like, I'm begging for effectively probably 6 food.
Begging for 6 food feels really bad.
It does, but...
It's like 18 points?
Begging for 6 food or 6 points?
No, begging for... Like, I lose 3 points to gain 6 food.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Sorry, misinterpreted the sentence.
Yeah, I was sitting here trying to parse it while you guys were having that discussion.
Sorry. Yeah. Like, the thing that I get is 6 food, I think. Or 4 food and 2 points, probably. Maybe slightly better than that, I guess. You know what? Screw it. I'm not hitting Constable anyway. I feel like I can't just keep digging this hole.
Is there Constable in play?
No, but if there was, I'm not hitting it. I think I've got a bag. Ugh, and the really annoying part about this line is it doesn't let me actually take the 5 clay that I want to take. That sets me... Nope, screw it. Reedstone food.
I'm gonna take 9 food.
Reedstone food you landed on? What does that do?
Gets me 1 food. Sets me up for a 2 food action. Door, 1 sec.
Yeah, I take 9 food. And I eat it all. I'll keep the sheep. Pork is delicious.
Fair enough. I will remove from Rob some of that temptation.
Traveling players?
Build 8 fences.
Oh, build 8 fences, okay.
I love how UPS refused to deliver this package on Friday because no one was home, but they weren't even at the door by the time I got there.
You know what? That's wrong. I am gonna take 3 food and a grain. Yeah, that's right. Here's Randy.
I think this is 2 vegetables. Sure. 2 vegetables.
2 vegetables, probably more powerful, but less hilarious than 2 food off day labor.
I took 5 clay, so I'm actually fine even make day laborers, right?
Explain how. Oh, yeah, you get to reno joinery. Yeah.
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 Rend joinery.
Nick to feed.
I have launched. I mean, it hasn't gone through yet, but I have launched. I've hit the button at least.
I have lunched. Is Randy?
Was I supposed to run joinery there? I just feel like I have to build fences if I'm going to win the game.
I don't know that there's wood for even two of us to build fences this game.
Right, like I felt like certainly I didn't want to use my wood on this joinery, but
Right. It's my issue.
yeah, but like I don't know how I live if I don't.
Yeah, I mean, maybe stepping on your...
Well,
You set it up so that I wasn't actively stepping on your neck.
yes, that's what Reedstone food did for me.
Yeah.
Back to Rob.
Yeah, I fed. Back to you.
How lucky am I?
Not so lucky.
Enough. Not enough. I will go ahead and family grow. My miner will be this mold flat. Here's Randy.
I like the other line too, John.
Which other line?
The line where we don't have to fight over this star player, and you just let me family grow with room.
I mean, there's no fighting, right? Either Randy or you start players, and it's all over. But
yeah.
Yep.
This has to be Plazo. Yeah, that's Plazo.
5 points is pretty good.
I will start player forest pasture.
I will wait for my website to load so I can even see my options. I think it's 4 wood. Is that legal? 4 wood is legal and good enough. I'll take 4 wood. So now Rob's gonna have to choose who he gives Church Warden
I will
points
plow
to.
2 fields.
Thought I might. I almost got both plows there. That's very exciting.
John limits himself to 6 rooms. Ho ho!
Yep,
Ah,
that's true. I screwed that up, didn't I?
I guess technically, yeah, you should have just gone across the bottom. Unless you have a planter box, in which case this is correct.
I do not, so it is not.
3 plus 1 is 4. 4 wood.
How bad is it if I spend this turn going Reedstone food, 6 clay, build a room?
Three stone.
Like, it's so good if I just build fences here, right? Like... Keeps John from building fences.
Is Nick still there?
Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to get into Rob's head, and that's... awkward. Like, I'm trying to decide if I need to build a room here. Which is,
Oh, yeah, fair.
like, take your choice away from you. Like, as is, you get to choose which of genre hits Church Warden.
Yep.
I mean, one of those ways you also get a miner, but
But-
you've already got a
but maybe-
spindle and a potato dipper in play, so...
Right.
But my other line just gives me more stuff. So I think I just build fences. Thank you for the host, Shawnee. If I'm even here, my internet's awful. Yeah, I'm just gonna build 8 fences. No, I'm gonna build 9 fences. The same number of points, but lets me hold another type of animal. At the cost of 1 more wood, but that is fine. I build fences. Well, welcome, Shawnee viewers. Tonight we are playing the board game Agricola on the website Boitager. But unfortunately, my cable
Alright,
internet
hold on, I
is
gotta figure
on
out
the
all my moves
fritz.
for the rest of the game.
So, we're getting about 5% of our frames through. So it's a bit of a slideshow as far as the stream itself goes. Fortunately, we're playing like on a refreshable website, so it's not. You know, I'll put a link in chat to the actual game if people want to check out the actual game, because you can see it in about as much real time as is coming through on the stream right now. Yeah. So
Yeah, I take 6 clay. Here's Randy.
Agricola is a worker placement board game that simulates farming.
3 cows are just hilarious to me.
Yep. Like some games, like cows are taken at 1, and this game, it's like, eh. Does anyone want cows? Anyone? No. Okay.
I think I'm taking them.
Seems fair.
You don't need to do that, man.
I mean, it's a disruptive 6 food action.
Well, it's 9 food.
Yeah, it's either 8 or 9, depending
Sure.
on.
8 or 9 is a lot of food. That's fair. What am I gonna do that's better than? No, I'm gonna take a giant pile of food.
My food. So yeah, we go in a circle, each taking actions, and each action can only be taken once per round.
Reedstone food.
So I was really hoping for the action that Randy just took. Randy just took 3 cows, and I just built fences for my cows. I'm gonna take 4 stone.
5 clay.
Three more sheep.
Oh, okay, who am I supposed to screw with this action?
I don't know, the guy who's 10 points ahead of the other guy?
Right, so you've got a fence action that you haven't taken that's worth, let's call it 6 points.
And
you've got
a 7-point rend
4
improvement action. Like,
4-point plow action.
And a 6-point Reno action. So that's 16 and 3 actions.
Yeah.
Nick has a 4-point Reno, a 2-point plow action. There's 3, whichever, however that works. And a 3-point pig grab points.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get the pigs if Rob takes them.
I think it really depends on whether you have a minor you can play.
Like I don't. I think that oof. I guess given that I don't, the other consideration is that you're going to get that a family growth square at some point, whereas family growth without room is a more limited resource. So if I take that one now, then only like that's a 3-point action I'm taking away from from Randy basically, maybe,
Right.
or at least making Randy fight for it.
Right. You're either taking it from, you're further taking points from Nick or from Randy, depending on who start players.
Well,
Yeah.
the other thing to keep in mind is that John takes it last if it's family growth without room. So you're making your further actions worse because he's not obligated to take it.
Right, right. John might also take family growth without room.
No,
He's going to say family growth with room for last action is the point.
Yeah, if you family growth without room, John's last action is family growth with room.
Right.
Whereas if you family
upgrade
growth
your
with
next-
room,
I upgrade my
Chances are it's my next to last action, because my last action is probably taking traveling player.
sure. But I'm saying it upgrades two of Rob's actions.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I actually think that's pretty relevant on this board. Because I
On
have
the other hand, if you set up the fight for next turn for family growth, you encourage Randy to start player, which puts you in a better spot for next round. Otherwise, you encourage me to start player.
No, you're not encouraged to start player at all.
What?
If you don't
Dude,
get to
there
grow
are
this...
4 potential Renos, and there are 3 Renos left.
Yeah.
True.
I am very interested in the start player action.
I think I family growth.
So this is a situation where it's really hard to comment on unbiasedly. Like, it's impossible to remove yourself from the board and just comment unbiasedly. Obviously, it's better for me if Rob lets me family growth instead of John. He's choosing which one of us gets 6 points with our next action. I do think it's better for Rob.
With minor. With no minor.
I think that's the better thing for Rob to do. But that's obviously kind of rough
Yeah.
for me to be saying.
Yeah. I think that the upgrade to my 2 actions is probably relevant.
My family growth without room.
Hey,
Like, especially if you believe John when he says he's probably start playing here. If John's start playing, Rob gets a plow. And then probably gets a plow next round because John's start players, so it takes both of them to plow to keep Rob out of plowing. Like, I think it's more likely.
Here's Randy.
You renoed
Yeah.
with.
Cooking hearth.
I think I want start player.
Alright, well, that sure makes it look like I don't get a reno.
This is
Like,
start player.
I think this is really good for Rob. Like, I think this makes it far and away his right choice. He gets the pigs back. Although, if he gets the pigs back, I get Plowso back. A yoke! Well, that explains the cows.
I think I would have made that play even without the cows.
Well, it makes it clearly right with the cow, like with the yoke.
Sure, that's fair.
Here's Rob.
this round went off the rails already. I predicted as far as Nick's action, and then
But I think this is still good for you.
I'm like Randy got the start player. That's great for me, right?
Yeah.
I'm out of the Reno queue. Doesn't really affect you, but
Right.
it does mean your first action next round is probably to run.
Right.
Only question is, do you get to do it with fences or not?
Sure. And turns out I've got wood.
Well, you've got a joinery too, so.
Oh, right, I got a joinery too. Fair.
Like, if you actually cared about fencing, it would be a bit of a concern that you don't have control over it. You might need to fence this round.
Yeah. So, like, the other question is, am I going to try to enter the plowing game? And I feel like if I had something to sow, this would be a better deal. Like, say, a vegetable.
Or a forester.
Right, to go with my joinery that I ended up building. Damnation, I'm bad at this game. Ugh.
The bad thing is there's nothing left to spend stone on at all.
And like the cooking hearth was interesting to me, but I don't
Cooking
get
hearth?
that.
What cooking hearth?
Right, what cooking hearth? And so is the fireplace worthwhile? I think that I'm supposed to take 2 boar.
That's what I thought Rob would settle on.
I've got some animals.
Welcome to Animal Town.
Um,
I will plow so.
So that. Oh,
Why
but
not just take both of the squares?
Yeah, I won't complain.
I think it was around, like it was before the agreement, so it was like around 330, 350. That's my guess.
I will plow 2 fields.
Yeah, John doesn't need to complain either, does he?
Yes, he does.
Does?
I mean, Nick's got a lot of points left to throw onto the board. I don't necessarily have that, so we'll see that.
I don't see, like, I honestly don't see what points I have left to throw on the board. Your play made it so I don't get to Reno. Like, I have no points left.
Right, right. The fact that you each got screwed once seems totally fair here. Rob and I had conspired to make that the case accidentally. at least I didn't plan it to work out that way, but I'm happy that.
So I'm trying to decide if it's worth playing that stupid shepherd guy. He nets me 2 sheep.
What did Rob do?
I read some food.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even hear that you'd done something.
Oh, I didn't even hear that Randy. had
Yes. Sorry.
I took 3+1 wood.
Sure, sure.
Breed stone food. I think I take a cow. Don't have a cow, man.
Yeah. Like, let me know if you want a hand. This game's in round 13. I'll be able to hold her, and then, like, you feel like 2 hands on her body and 1 on her head, 1 on the eye drop.
Yeah. 4 hands on one.
Right.
Who are you manhandling over there, Rob?
Mist, the cat. She has some sort of eye infection and needs eye drops, and I don't. Have you ever tried to give a cat eye drops?
Does not go well. I am the animal dealer. Feels a bit late, but there it is.
Cow.
Well, there's no cow anymore.
Animal dealer, not animal handler.
Might be one next round, though. We'll see.
Oh. I thought it was animal handler.
Nope.
One of these cards I saw in the draft. The other I did not.
I think you saw both of them. Did I?
Really?
Did I? First
Well,
pick oh, you're right. I
first
did
picked
first
it.
pick animal dealer. Yeah. So it's good that I get it out on round 13.
Well, that means you were past magician and brushwood collector.
That is, both of those are correct.
Yeah, I first picked Peace Worker over Magician. I don't know if that's right, but that's what I did.
I think that's right.
That is certainly defendable, if not correct,
no.
strictly
You
correct.
first picked Peace Worker over Driftwood. Brushwood.
I guess. I think it's Peace. I have Peace Worker farther ahead of that guy.
Sure, I'm just telling you what happened, not...
So I'm surprised that having passed Dancer through me, you didn't keep Magician for the next pack.
No, Magician went through first, and then I second picked, and I'm like, fuck, Dancer, why didn't I keep Magician?
Ah,
And I
gotcha.
couldn't bring myself to second pick Dancer. You could have had the combo if you third picked Dancer. That Dancer was the card I was surprised came back to me. I commented at the end of the draft. I didn't expect Dancer to come. The Magician did not take the Dancer.
You got it?
I feel like it came through in the other direction than that.
Nope. It was Magician first. Wait.
And-
No, you're right. It was Dancer.
No.
Yeah,
It was
because I
Dancer
definitely
first.
I saw Magician in my hand, and I was like, did I see Dancer? I'm pretty sure I saw a Dancer. So I was debating between a Magician and Church Warden in that pack, because Church Warden I was going to hit, and it was 4 free wood. When rooms are 3 wood, that feels good. But Magician felt like feeding, and also something in the back of my mind said that I had seen Dancer in the pack that I barely glanced at because it had Brushwood Collector in, so I yoinked that.
Got it. You're right.
Yeah,
So,
So
I
that's-
took Peace Worker over Brushwood Collector,
yeah.
and Dancer, oh, by the way, was in the pack. Then I got past Magician, and there was a Stonecutter in the pack, so I couldn't bring
Sure.
myself to
No,
break the
that's
combo
fair.
up because I had to create my own combo.
That's perfectly fair.
Oh, shit.
Meanwhile, Rob has played a patron in all locks I've seen, so...
What'd you do, Rob?
I day labored, and then I realized I'm short of food. Whatever.
Wow.
Beg better late than never.
Beg better late than never. Oops. None of these things do anything. So I can take a grain for not really points. a vegetable for 3 food. I could step on Magician.
Bam!
Why didn't Rob step on Magician if he was day laboring?
I didn't spend a lot of time thinking about my move. I used my heuristic of, well, food's an issue, so I guess I should make there be more food in the game.
Huh. Well, you should make there be more food in John's pocket.
Well, maybe that means that John won't need to take my food that I'll need next round, because apparently he wants an engine. I've got this naked spindle I'm super happy about, and this useless potato dibber that 2 wood that maybe I should have never...
I take a vegetable.
Yeah, it turns out Naked Start Player was better.
I will traveling players. 'Cause that's important. Back to Rob.
Time to launch! Why is the button red, guys? Oh, that's why. It's been a long time since I forgot to build an engine. I forgot how painful it really is.
Alright. I eat a vegetable, I grow a sheep.
I've launched. You ready?
Bed. And I will open with Rhino Fence.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume, Rob, you're sitting on your wood to eat it.
My what?
Your wood? If
Oh.
you're sitting on it to eat it? You know, the whole
I mean,
thing?
like... I don't know if you've noticed what I've spent half of my actions doing, but it's been basically trying to feed.
It is on you.
I'm gonna reno mansion.
Ah. That's exciting.
Well, it could be better, but at least it makes my score look like I'm playing the game.
I was worried you weren't going to look like that after last round.
Sure.
I will plow so.
Yeah.
I will take a cow and 3 food. There's Randy.
If it wasn't you, I could think of safe. If I really did anything.
So it turns out this 4 stone action was worth nothing, because I was boxed out of renning after that. And no one renned in 12. I could have renned instead of taking the free sheep. I wonder if that would have been right.
I wish I had more actions here, not gonna lie.
Seems fair.
I wish I could sell you some for points.
Like, that action is 2 points and some food. Is it good enough?
Oh wait, did you say and some food?
2 points clearly not going to make the cut. The question is whether 2 points of food is the cut or whether 3 points is the cut. What does this card actually do? That card is 1, 2.
So what could Robb's Ock be? He has not played his
Also
starting
2
Ock.
points in some-
I wonder if my play should be 5 reed, 6 clay, build rooms. If I build 2 rooms, I get back into host steward land.
If you take it off, you have to put it back on. And also, she's going to spend the entire time batting at her eye. She is. She's annoyed because she's trying to bat at her eye and she can't. Yeah.
Basically, I have a whole bunch of ways to score 2 points.
She settles down.
Oh, Peace Worker, right. Oh, that's got to make this better. This is now 3 points and some food.
5 read.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
take 6 read.
Definitely seems better.
That takes that line off the table for me.
Wow, 5 read was on the table for you? Were you doing rooms?
Yeah, 5 reed, 6 clay gets me up to tying for host steward.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably
okay.
gets someone to build a stable, but I don't have a lot to do here.
Probably John decides that fences are for suckers and he needs 4 stable stat, but... I think I need to take 6 clay.
That's fair.
Okay.
It seems sketchy, but sure.
There goes all of the things that would let me build multiple rooms. That line's really off the table now. How does that make any sense?
Is this sketchy? Yeah, this is kind of sketchy.
I assume this is to build an oven or a fireplace.
It is.
I'm sure the major minor space will still be there.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. It might be. I guess I'll find out. It's also to take clay off the boards. Maybe someone will come use my clay deposits.
Oh, free food for Robb.
Yeah, see, it's not all the things you need off the table, Nick. There's still 5 clay available.
I'm gonna take 4 wood. I think this might do something interesting.
Sounds like it's time for me to build some fences.
That is the interesting thing I thought would happen.
Here's Randy.
still worried about what Robb's starting Aqua was. I'm guessing it's Chief. He just didn't build a food engine to go with his Chief game.
Randy did family growth without.
Sorry, I forgot I was muted. No, I did major minor for turnip field because that was a more disruptive 3 points than growing my family.
Sure.
Well, yeah, that's a punch in my face.
I mean, it's 3 points either way. This one is a square that other people can legally take.
Sure. Okay.
This
No
combo
foyer
is
for
good.
you, Rob.
What?
No foyer for you, Rob.
Yeah, I needed to foyer it up though.
Yeah, it took you from 3 grain to 5 grain, so that's a point. And a
Yeah.
point from the veg and a point from the turnip fuel.
So I feel like
And it's plus a
Randy
food
is
instead
out
of
of
minus a food.
actions.
Yes, I'm out of actions, fortunately. 3 point action still on the table. This combo was pretty ridiculous if I had played it well. I guess it helped that John randomly let me cut line in the queue.
I guess
So I got to have my pastor and still grow third. I would rather have John have let me have the clay oven.
I take 3 food.
I will plow a field.
Speaking of good actions that were still on the table from.
Right, I like you punched me for 3 points, but you let Nick have 2, and it feels like
Well, he also
Oh.
gained a point himself.
Yeah, that was a 2 point action. There's no world. I had multiple 3 point actions. Plowing a field wasn't even on the list.
sure,
Only
that's
2 points.
fair.
And like I built my fences that way because it's the same number of points of not leaving myself a space.
Sure.
All right, I grab some animals. To you, Rob.
Also, somehow I'm still angry about the opening, even though you're the only person who did not conspire to cost me my early.
Right! I was the one who wasn't fighting in the opening.
Did I fight in the opening?
You did the start player that enabled John to screw me.
Sure.
Just
That wasn't even that it
I'm-
could screw you. That wasn't even on the list of reasons why I took that start player.
I'm not saying I'm being rational.
I'm now taking 2 food.
And I'm just saying I will often conspire to screw you. I just didn't this time.
You should claim credit for it. Come on.
It's you, Nick.
Read stone food.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't open start player enough. I think that's a legitimate leak in my game. It wasn't just this game. There's other games where it was correct to open start player, and I don't do that often enough.
I grab a veg. It's back to Rob.
So I can play the chief,
Haha.
but that costs me a food, which is worth 3 points to gain 5?
It's a net 2 points.
Or I can just take 1 food off traveling players, or the grain space.
Or you can take 3 wood, which is also 2 points.
No, or 1 food is worth 3 points, John. That's the part you're missing.
Fair, fair.
1 point, like, 1 food is legitimately the right action here. Instead of chief with patron in play.
Or did you take over Stonecutter?
Chief? Chief Mansion
Sure.
I opened.
I think Stonecutter Mansion might be better.
Yeah.
Because patron is the chief cost you to
I would totally Stonecutter Mansion in that pack. I would not Chief Mansion.
So, like, my thought is Stonecutter on the board is going to make there be more stone.
And that was true. That worked out.
It's true. I've got 5 of it over here.
Right. So, like, I wasn't too worried about getting the stone. Like, maybe I should build it for the engine, though. I think the thing I should
Stonecutter
actually
is a
do...
way better card.
Oh, sure. Sure. Oh, the other thing, I didn't want other people getting too much on, like, I want a big stone house, so I want to cut chief from the draft. Yeah, I take...
I would rather. I still would. I think Stonecutter is just a better combo with Mansion than Chieftain.
Yeah, and I'd be worried that the Stonecutter is just going to say, there's so much stone in this game, I'm going to build a stone room.
I thought about it. I definitely thought about it.
Like,
I
I
just
often
didn't have
do
the
that with
actions.
Stonecutter. Speaking of building a room, I'll build a room.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Sir,
A room and 2 stables.
a room and 2 stables, Nick. Seems good.
Yep.
Blown out.
I will not play my constable this game. I didn't get enough wood.
Fair enough.
I've got maybe 3 points coming.
Oh, Rob.
So what won it for Nick? Was it just that Rob's game collapsed in front of him?
Well, I think everyone made really big blunders, and my really big blunder didn't get punished.
I mean, Nick was like also the only player with fences for a billion years. He got, yeah, right. He also, he got to.
You got first baby, right?
No, I got first baby, but I had a set player on it for him.
Yeah, he was second to
He
3.
got second baby without work, which is better than first baby.
Yeah, second baby without work is much better.
Yeah, I really like second baby without work.
Yeah, so do I. I don't know how to play for it when the player in front of you has pasture. It is like aggressively pursuing a stone oven. Guess I shouldn't pass him pasture?
Well, you did get first growth as a result, and didn't have to work that hard for it.
True. Yeah, you just blundered on the food engine. Nick's analysis might be right. We might have all made bigger mistakes.
Like,
Fair.
John forgot to grow once. Randy didn't
That's pretty
start
bad.
player, which set him way back. Rob took multiple begging cards. Like, I set myself up to be forced to take begging cards, and then Randy didn't eat my sheep.
Right.
You were taking begging cards there.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
It turns out that the oven's good enough. I instead do take a vegetable, sow as my 2 actions, because the sow is for food, which just in feeds me. But then I need to scramble more for food the next round, but I did eventually take that vegetable and that sow action later, so I don't know that it actually screws me that bad.
It wasn't going to close a 6-point gap, I don't think.
No, I think at that point,
My action, like the cows, obviously turned on a 2-point start player actions.
yeah, we just, no one built fences at all, and then
But wood got taken up by everybody to build rooms with, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
There was never. I kept debating whether I wanted to build fences, but the problem was every time I wanted to build fences, it was, you can build fences, you will also slip back in the growth queue.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have the action to build fences, grab animals, and also fight for start.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so I think I just kind of got lucky in a good position, where the first fireplace guy didn't actually want the mid-game animals. So being second fireplace guy and first fence guy let me get a lot of both food and animal points.
Yeah, if I play it right, I think I can get into fences business.
Yeah, I think you get into the something business. Like, you get...
I definitely get into something business. I feel like I threw away more than 6 points with my opening.
Yeah.
Fair. All right. Well, I don't think I've got it in me for a second game. Not after that one and being quarter to 10 already. So